Hi, I'm Eli Smith. Today, I'm going to be teaching you about the eggshell experiment. Personally, I would use this in a 7th grade science class, but really, you can use it in almost any junior high or middle school science class. For this experiment, there are 2 simple ingredients you will need. First, you will need vinegar. You also need eggs, or at least an egg, depending on how you do the experiment. It also might be useful to have a bowl or a cup. If you're using a raw egg right out of the carton, you can begin by pouring the vinegar into the cup. You want to fill it up so it's probably about 3/4 of the way full of vinegar. Once you have the vinegar in your glass, you can put your raw egg into the glass. As you may be able to tell, there are bubbles coming off the egg. Eggs contain calcium carbonate. This is what makes the eggshells hard. Vinegar is an acid, so when the calcium carbonate from the eggshell and the acid combine, a chemical reaction takes place. Carbon dioxide is released as a gas. This is what the little bubbles are. The chemical reaction will keep happening until all of the carbon in the egg is used up. Then, this is what makes the eggshell soft, because all of the carbon in the eggshell is released in the form of those air bubbles. When we leave the same egg sitting out on the table for another day, it'll become hard again. This is because the calcium that's left in the eggshell will steal back the carbon from the carbon dioxide in the air we breathe. You'll want to end the experiment by putting some sort of wrapping over the top of the cup and letting it sit for 24 hours. When we do the experiment with the raw egg, you'll want to make sure you also have a glass of water 24 hours after the experiment. So let's check on our raw egg. As you can tell, our raw egg is also floating like our hard-boiled one. As you may not be able to tell, you can actually see the yolk because it's become very translucent. For the next part of the raw egg experiment, we're going to put the raw egg into our glass of water. You want to be very delicate during this process because the raw egg can break very easily. As you may or may not be able to tell, the raw egg is actually expanding due to osmosis, causing it to become very large. When we look again at a raw egg, we can tell that it is a lot bigger now, and that in fact, the entire shell is gone, leaving only the yolk. The reason why the raw egg got larger was due to osmosis. Osmosis is when water molecules move through a membrane to change from a higher concentration to a lower concentration. In the case with the egg, there was a higher concentration of molecules inside the egg, so water had to enter to cause it to be equal. Thank you for watching my awesome science experiment. I hope you go home and try it too, but for now, I'm going to make some omelets.